What are the hacks or the essentials for living alone? You've gotten a new space. What are the things you're now supposed to be on top of? Because sometimes we transition from, I think, university, hostels, some people move back home, some people decide to, now live alone and live independently and become adults. But that transition is usually jarring. Even at hostels, you were still handheld.
Yeah.
Even when you were in school and they were renting for you a bed sitter, it was still hand-holding because somebody was paying your rent. Your mother was, from time to time popping in, and you come home, you do shopping of their groceries to your home as groceries. But now when you're living alone, it's you against the world. It's you dealing with electricity, with water, with caretakers from hell. My God, caretakers will take you to an early grave. With you dealing with neighbors or even roommates, because sometimes it doesn't make sense for you to be new in the workforce and living alone without a roommate. Houses are expensive, especially if you want to stay in a good neighborhood. So what are the things that you should be on the lookout for? And this is something I never used to do, and I've said it before, which is locking the house. I would always forget to lock the house. Security was not a thing for me because I grew up in my daddy's house. My daddy was the gatekeeper. He would lock the house. He would make sure everything was okay. So me now living alone for the first time, I will sleep with doors open because why? I'm a baby girl. I'm a princess. What is a padlock? I did not even have a padlock. My God. I would just push back the door and, lock and go to school. So yeah, security was one of those things that I was not hands-on with.
I feel like this one goes without saying, cleaning. You either you've been the firstborn in your family's home for so long that all cleaning responsibilities are yours. But now you're in your own house, you can live like a pigsty. Too, you're rolling around in the crisps that you ate last night, the kikombe that you had water with is the same. You rinse it, you drink tea, you rinse it, you drink whatever. It's the same cup. You can keep just reusing the same cup over and over again. The water bottle that you used the day before yesterday, you find it under the corner of the bed. You grab it.
What is mold and bacteria?
What is that? What is algae? You don't care. So a cleaning schedule, laundry, it has piled up. Now what you're doing is you're
sniffing t-shirts.
You're like, not today.
Still good.
Still okay. You wear it. These cleaning schedules are so important. Otherwise, you end up finding yourself in a situation where you have so much dirty laundry, so much dirty dishes. You've slept in the same bed sheets for a month. Everything is gross. Cleaning schedule. Tafuta.
And the thing we never really prepare for is meal prep. Meal prep. You're now a new adult, a very new, shining, brand new adult. What do you mean I have to meal prep? And this is why you find a lot of young people. I even spoke to my brother the other day. He's working in a different city, and I was like, so what do you cook? And he's like, ata sijarefill gas from August. And I'm just like, so what do you eat for dinner? It's like, I get off work, I pitia kibanda, and then I go home. I'm just like, what do you mean? So I think meal prep is very important because you realize at the end of the month, when you're budgeting now, you realize it's not sustainable for me to eat outside every day, regardless of how cheap it is. Nakula 100 bob for lunch, 100 bob for supper. That's 200 bob a day. But if I meal prep, if I come and cook in bulk and put them aside, if I do my shopping in bulk and put them aside, I come home from from work, from wherever, I hit my meal, I eat. It makes more sense financially, and it's peace of mind. The way it's been raining, you've gotten off work, you can't go to the kibanda. It's flooded. Kibanda teli bebo na maji. So now what are you going to eat for supper? You get to your house, not even a cockroach can be seen in your house. Why? You have no food. You have nothing. Now you're sleeping hungry because you couldn't prep. You couldn't prepare what you're going to eat beforehand. So that's important.
Storage. When you move in, the first time you move into your small bed sitter, even that hostel room,
you have a vision.
you know you're going to put your bed somewhere in the corner there, and then you're going to put your clothes in a nice little rack here, and then you're going to put your da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But you stay in this house 1 month later, uliona kale ka kamera kazuri ukiteremka hivi, you bought. Hii chupa yangu ya maji, I want the multicolored one, you bought.
Stanley.
You have bought beauty blenders zimejaa hivi, makeup imejaa hivi. Ukienda Dubois unarudi na karundo. You come with like a whole little extra bag of just like stuff from Dubois. Every time you leave your house, you come back with something else. And now you're realizing, where am I putting all these things? Where am I going to put all of these things? Where am I putting all of these things? You've bought 7 jeans. You came in with 2. You had space for 2 in your closet. Now where are you going to put the rest of the 5, you know? So I feel like it's very, very important for you to find ways to maximize storage. And I've seen a lot of people doing this. You know, the way your bed, instead of having just like a gap in between there, you can have someone actually install like a huge shelf or, you know, like drawers, compartments in it. So you can pull it out and then you have stuff, like different compartments with different things. Nowadays, you can make it really, really nice. You can have those nice to cushiony things like that pillow, the pillow head or bed head, Is it called a bed head? Headstand, headboard. Like you can have the same design of your headboard put on this bottom, so it also looks really nice. When you close it, it looks very, very nice and organized. And then you can put your stuff in there. You can put your clothes in there. You find extra storage. If you have a nice little table in the kitchen where you put everything, sasa tukabati tumeja. Get these to standing racks. Nowadays, if you go to these places where they're selling furnishings and stuff, and there's so many nowadays, like the China one, go and find a nice rack that you can put layers of things in it, you know? If it's makeup, same thing. Find the towers and put your stuff layered in. So it's like one huge stand and stuff isn't scattered all over. I promise you, it saves you so much mental health space when you have everything neatly tucked away in different places. So find storage options that maximize your ability to keep your room nice and neat.
And also, learn a few basic house maintenance skills, please. And don't say, I didn't have a father. I had no father to teach me. There's actually a man on YouTube who says, who has a channel called Things My Daddy Should Have Taught Me.
Yeah.
And he's like a father figure who teaches people these small things, like how to fix a leaky faucet, how to change the bulb. What do you mean, baby girl? You cannot change a bulb in your house. I know you're short, but you can always use a table. You can always do some small gymnastics. These small things actually save you a lot of money. And remember that these are the things that used to drain
think it's clogged,
my money.
You don't know how to do it.
Because unfortunately, I made friends with a handyman. So now any small inconvenience I would get, I would call him. And he would come and he would charge me. And then somebody asked me, you know, you can actually do that on your own. Buy nyundo. You know, you're not too cute to have a hammer in your house. It can now double as security measures. Buy, you know, screwdrivers, levers, things you really need to fix things around you. What do you mean you can't install your curtain rods for yourself? What do you mean? There's that packet, I have it, the drilly.
The toolkit.
Yeah, the toolkit. Have that one. It comes in handy. Sometimes you've bought, you know, kitchen towels. It's now a matter of storage. How am I going to hook them? The sticky, whatever the adhesive, it usually wears off in like 2 days. It's humid kidogo hivyo kameanguka. So now I have to drill. I now have to make floating shelves. You always don't have to pay somebody. Yeah. You can do these things on your own.
Yeah. I remember when I was living at home in Kamulu, and my gate was looking kind of funny. And I was looking for someone to come and paint it. Earnestly looking for someone to come and paint that gate. But everyone was giving me either a super high quote or I couldn't find someone. Nikasema, kwani kupaka rangi gate
hii inanishinda
ni dakika ngapi? Nikaenda kwa hardware store nikanunua. Nikauliza mtu anapakanga gate gani? They told me this is the one you use. I'm like, are you sure? Yes. What else do I need to do? They gave me instructions on how I can do it. I went home. Nikaanza unaosha kwanza ina dry. Unachukua kabudhi unakubudha. Then unapaka rear 1, rear 2 unaacha inakauka. Hivyo. Let me tell you, the mamas, because we live in like a street where there are like many two houses. So they all came outside to see me. Painting with glass, painting the gate. They're like, wow, you don't even meet my daughter in the US when she does, US walianza kukotiwa huko. My daughter tells me she does everything for us. I love to see it. You know, it's beautiful to see. Nilisikia vizuri na nikupaint gate. As
Exactly.
if, you know, don't make it look so complicated that you can't stick up wallpaper, surely. Glue. Na karura. You know, you can, karura. Don't start paying for things. Plumbing, surely. Get a plunger. Nani nywele ni ya nani? See, it's your hair. You washed your hair, it fell in the sink, and now you have to plunge it out. Please, stop asking for everyone to come and pay for things that you have, unless it's a time issue.
Yeah.
If you can do it yourself, do it yourself. Another thing that becomes so easy and interesting to do, I've seen these days, you've seen how everyone is a plant mommy? I'm a plant mommy. I'm a plant daddy.
Moms.
I'm a plant mommy. I'm a plant daddy. In fact, I have a friend called Mama Plants. As in her whole place is just plants. Now, there are things you can do to intensify a kakona. Like, do you have a kakona in your house which is just a you corner? It's just a turi corner.
Yeah.
What does that have? What does it look like?
That's just my makeup stuff, and I make sure that it looks very aesthetically pleasing, because that way when I'm doing my makeup I feel joy. I don't feel like I'm doing this again, I'm so tired, I'm so frustrated, it looks so messy. But when it's everything's just
Nice
tucked
and
away
cozy,
nicely,
you
and
know?
it's cute, and my shelves are
Yes.
shelving, and my acrylic small shelves, that sparks joy for me.
And everyone should have like a cozy corner in their house where it's just you. If you want to be a plant mommy and a plant daddy, do that. Such that at some point in the day, you just go and take water and water your plants nicely. That's your zen time, you know. Have a humidifier there. Alafu unaeka zile mawimbo za ding, concentrating music as you're planting. Whatever you need to do, find a corner and do that. If it's artwork that you're into, find a corner. Get a nice canvas and a little paint here and there. Find your painting corner. Just find a cozy corner in your house which is just for you, for R&R, rest and relaxation.
Exactly. And it's very important for you to establish a routine.
Oh, girl.
Because, you know,
Sleeping.
when you're in school, you have to wake up for school, you have to wake up for classes. You know, there's that routine set out for you. When you're living at home, obviously in your mother's house, you cannot sleep until 11 a.m. Are you a
Yep.
goat? Are you a cow? What do you mean? You're waking up like sutakufa. You will rot in bed. Wake up very quickly. So there's that routine. People wake up early. People do their chores. People do this and this and this. But now you're living at home. You're living on your own. Nobody is rushing you. I can wake up whenever I want. It's a weekend. I can stay in bed Saturday, Sunday, and shower and wake up Monday morning. You know, who is going to chase me? Who is going to pinch me? Nobody. I cannot make my... Is it necessary to make my bed?
Absolutely not.
I'm the
See,
only
you're going
one
back
here.
to it.
It's my house.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to see me.
Yeah.
So I feel like establishing a routine is important, because sometimes you do get lost in the sauce.
Absolutely.
And you find yourself really isolating, because when your space is very messy, sometimes it now dictates your mood. Now you're feeling very depressed, you're feeling very stuck, you're feeling very slow and sluggish, because your environment is just that, slow, sluggish. Dishes are in the kitchen. Yeah, they'll be sitting for like 2-3 days. Now you have a nyenje problem. Now you're feeling frustrated. Now you're feeling some type of way. So it's very important for you to have a routine, because it really speaks into now you. Your environment really dictates how you're going to feel.
You also mentioned staying connected with people and trying to find connections with other people, so you avoid loneliness. I think finding community is very, very important. And how you find community is based on what you do. For example, if you decide that during your routine that you have now created, in the morning you go for a walk, I promise you, the moment you go for a walk, you will find others walking. And you'll see them the next day and the next day and the next day. And suddenly now you have a friend, a walking buddy, where you wake up in the morning, hey, where are you? Let's go for a walk. Are you going today? Or do you want to go a different location? Find community, right? If you have a routine where every maybe lunchtime you actually go for, I don't know, go to the club near you, or go to the library to read a book, because there are so many places where you can actually go and grab a book and sit down and just watch, or read a book. Going to Uhuru Park and reading a book, going just different places, Arboretum and reading a book. You find that you will find other people doing the same thing. That creates community. If you can't do that, there are so many online clubs nowadays. In fact, at a year, Dave Chappelle is because people go for comedy nights. That's maybe why we should have tungekuwa tunajua watu wangetuuzia ticket. It's okay. But find things to do. There's always comedy nights all the time. There's always karaoke nights. There's always salsa nights. There's always something going on. And you can stay connected by finding these communities. The only way to find the best community is by doing things that you love and finding people who do those things that they love as well. And once you get to do all these things, you find that your life becomes less lonely. You have a really good time.
Exactly. And I think we had mentioned this at the beginning, which is budgeting. It doesn't make sense for you to have takeout every day. It will really, really reflect at the end of the month, or your bank account balance. So budgeting. And sometimes you get carried away because this is my space now. I need to make it feel like home. So you're walking and in traffic, especially in traffic, I don't know, it's like they have crack. Things, useless things we buy in traffic.
Absolutely.
You're walking, this lady pulls up with Tupperware, 17 Tupperwares, and tells you, I will give you a deal. You know very well your kitchen cannot handle the amount of Tupperware she's selling you, but it was a good deal. Unaingiza. Unakaka kidogo, somebody walks up to you and says, hiyo simu yako inaanguka. Let me sell you something to hold your phone. You buy it. 2 days later, your phone is falling all the time because it was substandard. You go forward again, it's always something. You're buying few small things, and you're trying to just, it's my new space. I need to make it feel like home. I need to, do something. Be very conscious about your spending habits. Yes, you're in a new environment. Yes, it feels very nice. You're taking care of yourself. But please be wary of the money.
Another very important thing, I think we've mentioned this in passing, which is self-care.
Yeah.
Find your days where on Monday you do a self-care. If you have a free Monday. If it's a Sunday, do self-care. Try and find, polish. Like nowadays what I do is I buy these nail polishes. This is a 50 bob and 100. You go and create 2 nice art pieces on your fingers. Nobody will stop your reggae. Your nails don't have to go to a nail technician for them to be done. You can do them yourself. Save money, you know? Find, if it's masks, there are masks everywhere. In fact, these shops nowadays sell masks in bundles, bulk. Come at 20 sheets, 200 shillings. You ni moja 10 bob. Buy a bunch, go and do self-care. If it's washing your hair, if it's just clipping your nails, whatever you need to do, do it. Find ways to optimize self-care, because self-care is very important. Another thing that I've seen people doing and I really like, it's an everything shower. Once a week, ingia bafu ufanye an everything shower. Anza na kutumia sabuni ya kipande. Oh God.
No, buy gloves kama goalkeeper.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Those Kumuthi gloves, those the plastic gloves. Use those. Scrub.
Exfoliate, man.
Exfoliate. Get that exfoliant. They're very affordable. Buy scrub. Next step, after rinsing that scrub, useme it's time for there is a mask on your hair. Umepaka ka treatment, it's marinating in your head. Take the pumice, scrub the heels of your feet. Why are they looking cracked? Girl, wash your feet. Kumudha. After that, exfoliate. After that, clip the cuticles. Make it like a full many hours of just doing different steps of an everything shower. Trust me, by the time the week is starting, you feel like a bag of money.
True.
You look good, you feel good, and you smell amazing.
Exactly. Very nice.
And finally, I think home offices.
Yeah.
If you are working from home a lot, if you do a lot of work at home, find your little corner and create that very efficient space where it doesn't have funny things mixed in. It's just a nice little corner that has your laptop, a notebook, a little thingy here and there, a little light, very clean corner for working.
And at the end of the day, congratulations on your new space. It's not everyone can afford, and also be very conscious about the people you're bringing into your house, the energies you're inviting into your house, whether it's friends, relatives. Establish those boundaries very quickly. Make sure your safe space remains your safe space. Okay, I hope you have learned something from this show. I hope you